the Colorado fans and which fans the Iowa fans, because just about all of them are wearing black.
And the ball is now on the tee, and we're waiting for Terry Turlington to blow the whistle to start this intersectional contest between the Big 8 and the Big 10. Here's Berger up to the ball. There's his kickoff. Forget about any return on this one. He kicks it in the stands. It's out of the ballpark. And that, of course, is what you want against this. Through there, Hartlieb is tackled all the way back at the 39-yard field goal. Here's the punt, and here is the kick by Fisher. Figures is back. The ball sails into the end zone. Touchback. So Iowa in 3 attempts is Andy Kreider, a sophomore from Taylor Ridge, Illinois. He has not tried a field goal this year. He's 4 out of 4 on PATs. This is a 37-yard field goal attempt. Here is people coming across the line of scrimmage, and Colorado follows offsides, and they'll penalize the Bucs.
And okay, here's what you do.
Offside on the defense. Repeat it out.
Some movement out of the corner of the eye from the right side of the defensive line, and they came across.
Angle from the right, the ball just inside the near hash where Burmeister will put it down. Again, cross goes in motion. Here's the snap and the spot. The kick almost by Bradford, but not quite. Ball is in the air, and it's good. Field goal is good by Andy Kreider, and the Hawkeyes go. The Bucs have Eric Mitchell as the single man deep back at the goal line. Romano comes up to the ball. He kicks it. Mitchell runs up under it at the 2-yard line. Up to the 5. He's got the wedge in front of him as he comes across the 20, and that's all as he gets to the 20. Out of bounds. Broke his left ankle 2 weeks ago against Iowa State. Will back up to around the 16-yard line. Jasper is deep for the Hawkeyes back at his 20. No gambling here at this point, particularly when your running game hasn't gone all that well for the Bucs. Iowa with 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they rush it. Here's the snap. Nope, they're going to peel back, and they have one man coming out the middle, almost gets to Berger, but Berg really puts one deep all the way to the 19-yard line. Jasper jukes around, comes up over the 20, and gets it to the 24, and makes the 14.
I think you got to have shotgun formation. That ball just slowly got back to Hartlieb.
And here is the snap, and here's the punt. Dion Figures, no fair catch, grabs it, can't get away, however, and will be downed immediately at the 20, 30, short of the first down. Iowa's Mitch Berger will now punt, and Jasper is the deep man back at the 17. Berger uncorked a 50-yarder. First time around. He's averaging 41.6 net, 46.7 gross. That's pretty good. Bucs need to get this play going, and they do with 1 second on the play clock. Here's the punt. It's a spiral to the 25-yard line, and there goes the flag down. Jasper is hit. Rodgers looked like kick to stop Greg Biekert. 4th down from the Iowa 20-yard line. Who averages only 34.4, comes in. He's got the quick snap, and here's a high spiral. Gorgeous punt. Dion Figures backs all the way to his 26-yard line, gets one block, escapes another, over the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. He's down as T4 down and 5. And don't be surprised to see the Hawkeye to nothing lead. He sends in the punt unit. Scott Fisher gets the quick snap. Boy, they do snap that ball in a hurry. Figures waves a fair catch. The ball's going to hit at the 5. Big bounce into the end zone. Touchback. So the at the closed end of the field. Blotto will try the extra point. He's 14 out of 14 on the season. Here's a snap to Tobin, and the kick is up. It's good. And Colorado and a half here at Folsom Field. 80 yards.
By just a little bit, and I'll tell you what that is when I find it.
No, they weren't. Maybe they were. Colorado on top 7-3. They're set to kick off the football.
Berger kicks it off, and this time it drives Hughes back into the end zone, but he's coming out to the 10. Watch it, 20. Got a blocker in front of him. He's to the 30, to the sideline, 35, and dumped at the 37-yard line. 20-yard line for this Iowa team. And Mike Devlin is rated the top center in the country, and they say a very definite #1 draft choice. Here is the punt by Fisher. Fair catch called for by Deon Figures, and he makes it at the holding rather than Andy Kreider, who kicked one earlier from 32 yards, will now try one from 23. The Bucks line him up. The snap. There's the kick by Kreider right in front of Bradford, and he makes it good. By the Hawkeyes, I think you'll find they took back at the goal line. See if Colorado can do something with 1:12 and 3 timeouts. They're going to kick it along the ground. Takes a big hop, picked up at the 20-yard line, 30, and out to the 35 at the 30.
While the lead.
Here's Romano with the ball on the tee, and just as he comes south, left to right, is Eric Mitchell. And the kickoff by Romano is a line drive. Mitchell goes too far back. He couldn't quite get a handle on it and goes back about.
All contribute to
Punt against the wind. At the 2-yard line. He does get the center. He booms one, but it's sort of end over end. Drives Jasper to the 40. He's trying to come back, gets away from one man, comes out to the 45-yard line.
all contribute to
Quickly, barely escaped getting crushed. Here's will stand back at the 30. Scott Fisher to punt for Iowa. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. It's a good one. Deon has to drift all the way back to the 23. He's got it, can't get away from the front 3, and is tackled inside the 25-yard line. One hand on it at the 50. This kid doesn't know what the... Oh. Lotto for the extra point. It's good, and the Bucks are on top 14-6 as Coy Detmer has jumped Warren with 2 big running plays, one of 52.
Detmer in for Stewart was not made for a medical reason. Made for a passing reason.
Here's Mitch Berger up to the ball, and his kickoff against the wind is not going to make any difference. It sails a good 5 yards over the end line, and the ball comes out. It was dropped, and that's his second. My, do they piggyback right halfway off the field from Chad Brown. Should have been the other way around. Here's the quick snap and the punt by Fisher. It sails high. Deon Figures, waits, grabs it at the 28, gets by one man, gets by 2, 35-40, out to the 42-yard line he goes. First down, 4th and 3. Harold Jasper is deep for the Hawkeyes, who put 10 men on the line of scrimmage. They might have a rush coming here against Berger, who stands at the 35-yard line. Here is the snap. No rush. He gets the punt away. It's a good one. Jasper's going to let it sail over his head. Takes an Iowa bounce to the end zone. Touchback. Ball out to the 20-yard. Did one of those last year. But so I wasn't thinking. Here's the kickoff by Romano. It's a short one. Fourier's got it again out in the middle. He waits for his blockers, comes out to the 30, pulls his way forward to the 31-yard line. 9-yard line, struggling to get up, and they make it. The ball is at the 24 yards to go. Fisher stands back at his 11, gets the snap, and here's the punt. It sails high into the wind and hangs. Deon Figures at the 30-yard line. Goes outside. Gets away from one man, but not the second, as he scampers to the 36-yard line. For 1 in yards per game. Gets one for 31 yards. Here's the snap, and the kick by Blato is good. And with 8:47:21, Iowa 12. Huh? Don't you believe he will tell us the truth?
He'll tell us exactly what he wants us to know.
Here's Berger kicking the ball deep. Hughes watches it sail over his head. This time it bounces into the stand. Well, 4th down and 11.
He paid for that.
So did he.
Thomas knew it from 5 yards away.
Scott Fisher to punt. Punts it high in the air. Fair catch called for by Figures. He makes the catch at the 12-yard line. For the uninitiated, the quarter, though, it's not Detmer trying the extra point. It's Pat Blato. They both wear number 14. Here's the spot. The kick is good. Colorado left to go here in the football game at Folsom Field.
Fast, Ken.
On the season.
Boy, there's going to be some records in his future. 75 yards. The Buffs up 28 to 12, and that causes some of the people at Folsom to decide, hey, they've got it won. Let's go home.
Berger to kick off. Jasper is deep with Hughes. And Berger's going to aim it through the uprights into the stands.
You know, we focused a lot on Woolford for this game, but Brown is really, for tackles, he's really done a good job today.
2:58 left as Fisher backs up to his 8-yard line, and here's his punt. It's a good high spiral coming to Figures. He might have a return here. He's at the 32, comes out to the 40. Figures to the 45. A flag is down.